Hey everybody, welcome back to Lunch at Uncle Jason's. Today I went to Aldi early this morning, and on my way I could see the leaves already, some of them starting to change. It's mostly on like the vines, like the muscadine vines and stuff, but you know how I am about fall. That got me stirred up. So I'm still on my fall kick right here, and today I want to do something that my mama cooked. She taught me this recipe a long time ago, and it's perfect for fall. It is my mama's homemade chicken noodle soup. So I want to show you this, and there's nothing better to me on our little 2 weeks we get of winter time or cooler weather that we can have chicken noodle soup or some other kind of soup. And I got several this coming. Had someone ask me to do oven ribs, tomato gravy. My friend Miss Rutherford, I had somebody else ask me to do her Santa Fe soup that the recipe she gave me, which is in my cookbook. But we're going to do my mama's homemade chicken noodle soup. So let's get started on that. Okay, I got my cast iron skillet heating up right here, and I'm going to put in maybe a tablespoon and a half of oil. And I'm going to get that swooshed around so it'll get hot. Okay, and right here I have 3 boneless, skinless chicken breasts that I have cut up into, to me, bite-sized pieces. Make sure you can see it about like that. Now I had an aunt that when she made chicken noodle soup, she wanted chunks of chicken. You had to eat her chicken noodle soup with a fork. Let me wash my hand real quick. But you can cut it up any way that you want. Whatever's best for you, you cut it up. But I like mine about like that. I want to know that I got some chicken in it, but I don't want it big hunks like that. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to season this chicken with a little bit of salt. That's probably about a half a teaspoon. Some black pepper. That's probably about a teaspoon. A little bit of onion powder, about a teaspoon of that, I'd say. And about a teaspoon of garlic powder. And any of these that I'm using, y'all, you more than welcome to leave those out. You don't have to use what I use. That's just what I do. Okay. I'm going to take my spoon and I'm going to stir this around, and I want all that chicken to get coated. See, I'm just folding it over into that seasoning, making sure all those pieces of chicken are getting fully coated in that seasoning. Okay. Now I'm going to take some and I'm just going to start putting it in this pan. And see how that sizzles when you hit it? When it hit the pan, that's what you want to hear, because it's already searing that chicken. And that's all we're really after right here. We're just wanting to get it a little brown, some color on it. Okay? And I'm not going to overcrowd my pan. I'm going to put just about that much, flip it, take it out, and then do the rest. And I'm going to finish this up, and I'll come right back and let you see what it looks like. Okay, I just wanted y'all to see how this is looking. I'll put a piece up there so you can see it. See how it's browned up? That's what you want. I want to get all sides brown. So I'm just going to keep it moving around until it's... Alright, y'all. I got my chicken up. It browned nicely. And now I'm melting a tablespoon of butter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, this is onions and bell peppers that I froze. Usually I would just do about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of onion chopped. But since I froze those bell peppers in with this one, I'm just going to use all of it. Okay, and to that I'm adding 3 stalks of celery. Now that's a preference. However much celery you want. If you don't want any celery, if you don't want onions, bell pepper, whatever you don't want, like I always say, make it yours. And you do what you want to. So all I'm going to do now is I am going to saute these vegetables down for a few minutes until they get a little soft. And I'll be right back. Alright y'all, these have sauteed down, and as you can see in the bottom of that pot, they have started doing a little gratin on the bottom. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my chicken back in here, and all the juice that was in the bottom of that bowl I put back in there also. To that I have 2 cups of shredded carrot. I'm going to add right in. I have some fresh rosemary here. I'm going to put a whole sprig of whole rosemary right in there. And then, can you see that? Does that not look good? Okay, I'm going to let this just cook just for a few minutes, and then I'm going to come back and show you what we're going to do next. Alright y'all, I've let this cook around for just a few minutes. So what I'm going to do is now I'm sorry, I keep looking at my phone's acting up on me. I'm going to add in 2 boxes of chicken stock. Now I don't use the chicken broth, I use the chicken stock. I say I'm going to add 2, I may not add 2 whole. Yeah, I am. I'm going to add 2 whole boxes. These are 32 ounce each of chicken stock. Oh, you could smell that rosemary, y'all. If you don't like rosemary, you don't have to put it in there. But if you're okay with rosemary, don't omit that step. That rosemary is what sets it off and makes it awesome. And you can put in however much or little as you want. Now then, and can you see that? That looks so good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let this come to a good rolling boil, and I'm going to let it boil for about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to add my egg noodles. So once this comes up to a boil and boils for a few minutes, I'll be right back and show you the next step. Alrighty, my soup has come up to a boil, and y'all, I tasted it and it was good to me. I did add just a little bit more salt and pepper to it, but that was it. It didn't need anything else. Now right here I've got about 3.5 to 4 cups of spiral shaped egg noodles. You can use spaghetti, you can use macaroni noodles, you can use whatever you want. This is what I had, so I'm going to use these. I'm pouring that in. You don't want so many noodles in there that it dries your soup up, because those noodles are going to soak up a lot of juice. So, and if you happen to put too much in there, when it's getting done through cooking, you can look and tell. You can add more chicken stock to it, and that'll wake it back up. But I'm going to put these noodles in here, and I'm going to boil them for about 12-13 minutes till they're tender, and that's going to give a chance for those carrots to finish cooking, the other vegetables, and that chicken, because the chicken was almost done anyway, so it's going to finish cooking up. And right now also, I almost forgot, I'm going to add, and this is me, this is what I do. Mama didn't even do this, but I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of poultry seasoning to mine. I just like that flavor that poultry seasoning gives. So there we go, y'all. I'm gonna cut this down a little bit, and I'm gonna let it simmer for about, like I said, about 12-13 minutes, something like that, till those noodles get tender as I want them, al dente, and we'll come back and we're gonna taste it. All right, y'all, this is almost done. It's bubbling, And I came back in and I stirred it a couple of more times. And when it was at about 3 minutes left to cook, it did look to me like those noodles had soaked up a little more of the liquid than I wanted. So I did put another 1.5 cups of chicken stock in here. And I just tasted it again and I adjusted my seasonings. I put a little more salt in it. And to me, it's perfect and it's almost done. But this soup is very hearty. It's not like the Campbell soup you get in the can. This is going to be so much better than that. Like I said, my mama used to make this. There's my noodles done. Okay, cutting that off. My mama made this for church one time, and I mean everybody wanted the recipe, and it's well worth it. So try this and let me know what you think of it. We fixing to taste it though. Okay, and you can dip that rosemary out however you want to do it. It's fine. I like it, so I'm not gonna dip mine out. Hey, can you see that? Isn't that a beautiful bowl of soup? A beautiful bowl of soup, y'all. I think it is. I'm gonna try it. Let's see what we got. It's hot as fire though. Can't hardly hold the bowl. I'm gonna take a bite, y'all. Hang on. Y'all, please, I mean, if you can tolerate it, don't skip that rosemary. That rosemary is what takes this soup over the top. And I can taste everything in there, the celery, the onions, the carrots. That chicken is the perfect little pieces for a bite. And this is home cooking right here. This isn't, like I said, this isn't Campbell soup in a can. This is real live chicken noodle soup. Well, it's not quite live no more, but it's real chicken noodle soup. That's what you need when they say mama's chicken soup heals everything. Y'all, that right there cure cold, I think. But I want to appreciate y'all for coming, being with me again today, coming in my kitchen and cooking with me. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel. And up in the bio on YouTube, you can find my Pinterest links for my 3 cookbooks: Lunch at Uncle Jason's, Sleepy Hollow Merry Making, and The Haywoods Are Home for the Holidays. I think you'll enjoy them. I'm not positive if this recipe is in either one of those books. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. But again, thank y'all. Until next time, y'all be blessed, and I love y'all. Thank you.